attended Koru Bible College, and was awarded a certificate in theology, that is between 1987 and 1988. He later did and graduated in diploma in theology in 2013. He also attended a number of seminars and was awarded certificates, and Ronnie Martin Ministries is among the many that he attended. Service and ministry. Reverend Jenga was appointed as a church deacon in 1981 under the leadership of the then Pastor Joseph Gichuhi in Subukia. He served tirelessly and with great passion for the work of the Lord and submitted to the doctrine and the church leadership. He served in that capacity for a period of 3 years. Thereafter, in December 1984, while working in Naivasha, the church leadership at Naivasha LCA noted his calm and commitment and elevated him to the position of a pastor under the leadership of the late Moses Mainamon. By then, or during those days, pastors had to serve as evangelists. God knows us better than we know ourselves. Like Jeremiah, the reluctant prophet, and we go where. In 1986, Reverend Moses Minor was transferred and was replaced by the current Central Kenya regional overseer, Bishop Dr. Charles Kabiru, as the pastor in charge of Naivasha LCA, meaning he automatically became his immediate supervisor. Reverend Joseph Jenga has served as a minister under his leadership up to date. Reverend Jenga was quite aware that our objective and mission and values claim to be faithful Christian, serving others, and transforming life. We are a Christ-centered people, rooted in God and with a passion to reach the unreached soul. At our best, we flourish in worship and discipleship, engaging with the people and issues, resourceful and imaginative in how we do things. We always desire to make a difference. While serving under Reverend Charles Kabiru, he was assigned the duties of a pastor covering the Longonot zone, which initially had 2 branches, that is, Kiabogo and Karema. However, by the grace of God, under the leadership, the Lord blessed his ministry, whereby he planted other branches, namely Ereri, Kijabi, Monengi, Maimahio, Ihendu, commonly known as Munu, which was later moved to Maraigushu zone, and also Kenton. While he was serving at Longonot zone, under his leadership, he managed the support of other leaders under him to raise funds for the development project. Some of his achievements were to raise funds for the purchase of plots for Kijabi, Maimahio, and Kenton branches. By the grace of God, supported by other leaders, he managed to buy the church plots, and Bishop Charles Kabiru was very instrumental behind Reverend Jenga's success. Reverend Joseph Jenga was later transferred to Maraigushu zone, which was still under Naivasha LCA in 1994, and it had 6 branches, namely Nyakairo, Munyo, Meshauri, Koinange, Nyamavi, and Muishirigeri. By the grace of God, during his period, he planted other branches, namely Ihelu, that is Munyo, Pamoyo, Karai, Highland, Makutano, Maraigushu, and Modivi. Later, in 1999, Maraigushu was elevated to the status of SME LCA while he was still there under probationary period. Still in Maraigushu LCA, under his leadership, they managed to buy church plots at Kinongi, Makutano, or it was in 2008. Reverend Joseph Jenga was transferred to Magum LCA to take over the leadership of Magum LCA as the pastor in charge. Bishop Dr. Peter Mbogwakshan, which is when he took over as the new pastor in charge. Others are Viewpoint branch, a plot and semi-permanent church construction. At Motonyola branch, permanent construction church building. Marches branch, a permanent church building. Flyover construction. Utugi branch, construction of a permanent church is in progress. Kenari branch, construction of a permanent church building is completed. Agbongo branch, semi-permanent church building completed. Magena branch, permanent church building has also purchased additional plot. Mashali branch, which is in Kijabi Mission, construction of a permanent church building is in progress. And at Mange branch, construction of baptism pool and a Sunday school class. Other achievements and responsibilities. He has effectively served as a South Nyandaro district treasurer from 2000 and a district patron for pastors and wife fellowship in the district from 2005 up to 2016. Mentorship and raising other leaders. Having obtained help from the Lord, Reverend Joseph Jenga was also able to train other leaders in different positions, such as the elders, the deacons, and the deaconess, and other departmental leaders as per Full Gospel Churches of Kenya policy and the Bible. While he was at Maraigushu, he gladly invited and discussed with other brothers, namely Henry Gacha, who is now Deputy Senior Pastor under Reverend Ayub Yugona, Samuel Karanja, who is now a Senior Pastor at Okalia, and Pastor John Kemodo regarding working with him or with them as ministers. They all accepted, although at each different times, to team up with him as pastors in Maraigushu zone. When he transferred to Magumu LCA as a pastor in charge, he found only Pastor Mahuria. By the grace of God, the Lord called other pastors into the ministry, namely Pastor Paul Yugona, Pastor David Moher, Pastor Paul Bigger, and Pastor Simon Kamau. During his tenure, he also managed to carve Kijabi LCA, which is now under Reverend Wambogo. Conclusion. Faith really matters. Faith is life and pilgrimage and progress. It is our prayer that under God, he will continue to flourish in all that he will be doing after retire. We refer this to 1 Corinthians 15, chapter 15, number 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Amen and amen. Bwana asifiwe. Sitaki kunena mengi, maana nilijitaja kwa majina, nikasema ni mchungaji Moses Kehara kutoka Faith Cathedral LCA Nairobi. Na mchungaji Reverend, mimi hata kama ni mzee, ni kama mtoto wake. Amenifundisha mambo mengi katika huduma na tumekuwa marafiki for 38 years. Na kwa sababu kiongozi amesimama, niseme tu moja. Alinifundisha kuheshimu viongozi wale ambao wameteuliwa na Mungu. Na watoto wamesema kazi imekuwa ni ngumu ile ametenda. I am a witness for 38 years. Ilikuwa ni ngumu. Na hata wakati kule magari ilikuwa haikuwako. Wakati mmoja ikiwa Kijabi kama station master, wakapitia kwangu baada ya huduma ambayo ilikuwa ni ngumu sana. Wakiwa na mchungaji wetu sasa bishop na regional overseer, na kwa sababu usafiri it was difficult, hakuwa na gari, bishop hakuwa na gari wakati ule, ikawa watalala kwangu pamoja pamoja. Mimi nilikuwa na uoga mwingi sana, na nilikuwa namkumbusha Reverend Jenga, niliogopa wakati bishop alikuja kulala kwetu, na baadaye nilisikia kama Mungu alikuja kulala kwetu. Tuheshimu wachungaji. Mke wangu tu wasimame akiwa mbali. Mimi ni mchungaji ka dokta. Nikikati yenu mimi ni mchungaji. Ukihitaji kuwa na BA, master's degree, hata PhD, Bwana Joseph Jenga atakupa habari zangu. Nisamehe reference.
Thank you. Umejaribu. Asante. Tupigie makofi mazuri kwa kutusomea profile ya Reverend Jenga na pia kupeana hiyo key points ama mambo muhimu sana inayohusiana na Reverend. Sasa tunataka tuingie jambo lingine ambao tutakuwa na wenye wataongea. Sasa hiyo ilikuwa ni kusomewa, lakini kuna wale ambao wameshuhudia kazi ya Reverend wetu ambaye anasema staff siku ya leo, na tukitaka kupata speeches kutoka 3 groups. The first group is board ya RCA of Magumu, alafu itafuatwa na department ya wamama na pia family wakiwa